I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
And the narrator introduces us. Welcome back, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the audience, whatever you want to consider yourself. Once again, we return to the Brexit Estate, attempting to solve the horrors of the darkest dungeon. I've had a bit of a break since the last episode, my throat's a bit lubricated, still feeling a bit dry though, so just going to go for a short quest this time. Let's see who's in the stagecoach to help us. As you remember from last time, we have a Hellion and a Houndmaster. Now, I'll take the Hellion because I haven't got one yet. I'll leave the Houndmaster because I'm just going to come out and say it, right? And this may make me unpopular, I might even lose a few subscribers. Sorry if I do, but it's just the truth. I'm not much of a dog person, right? I'm more of a cat person. I don't like dogs very much, and the dogs like me even less. They seem to know it, they hate me. The majority of them actually try to attack me on sight, and I'm like, whoa, okay, you know, just like, I'm glad I don't like dogs because they really don't like me. I have met a few dogs that have been really nice and very well behaved, and, you know, that's great. They were good dogs, they were nice dogs. The majority of the dogs I've come across, nightmare. So, and then I have a next door neighbour who has loud, noisy dogs who are poorly disciplined and bark almost every hour of the day and night. It kind of puts me off wanting to have dogs in my game, right? You know what? This is a role-playing game. I can play the role of someone who doesn't mind dogs, someone who loves dogs. It's just that I don't particularly want a dog at the moment, okay? So no dog this time. But we will take the Hellion. Okay, that's a reasonable skill set for Hellion. Are any of these limited to single use? I'm so glad Iron Swan isn't limited. That'd be a nightmare if it was. Same goes for Adrenaline Rush. Right, let's change our name and change our colours. You can be slightly Hispanic looking. Let's call let's call it Estella. Estella will not be going out this week.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Because we want to maintain the initial starting party for 1 week more until we can get a good alternative B team to go here. Right, I'm not sending you to the darkest dungeon, guys. That'd just be lethal. Okay, we have a short... This here is custom content. It's from the mod I'm working on. It's a trinket for the Twilight Knight. She's not in the hamlet yet. And, you know, obviously placeholder art. I could grab it now in the hope she turns up. I might not. It's busts again, so that's helpful. Okay, this is useful for a bounty hunter. So these are 2 short quests, or I could go on a medium quest. Medium's going to be a bit longer, and I could probably give my throat a bit of a break. Bounty hunter, everyone. That's actually a pretty good... Yeah, stuff it will go for that. Oh. Wait, we can embark with less than a full party now? I really like that. In fact, I'm tempted to shrink the game down and send a message to someone, but I'm not going to do that. But I'm just going to check its recording, just to be on the safe side, you know. Right, medium quest, all room battles. The difference between all room battles and explore all rooms is you have to explore the rooms, which basically means fighting all the room battles anyway. Doing all the room battles, you might get that done before you finish exploring all the rooms, so it's actually shorter, but more risky, you know. Because on explore most of the rooms, you can avoid a couple of rooms, including room battles, if you're lucky. Right. I should have checked what camping skills are available. I'm looking for that one, and it's good. Yep, I can absolutely take him on a fairly safe medium mission. Right. It's a medium mission, so I'm going to go... Normally I'd take 8 food on a short, 12 on a medium. I mean 16, because they eat in multiples of 4. 8 torches for a short becomes 12 for a medium. Gonna go 2 bandages, 2 shovels, extra shovel because it's a medium. 2 extra holy water because it is the ruins. 1 medicinal herbs. I'm going to go 3 keys because it's for ruins, and treasure chests are more frequent in the ruins than in other dungeons. Okay, off we go. Now, we don't have all the ideal skills we want for this particular party makeup yet. We don't have access to the guild to train skills, but hey, the more quests we do, the more the townsfolk will begin to trust us and open some of the facilities to us, as has already been shown by them unbarring the doors of the abbey and the tavern.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
The hero panel. Basically it's character sheet. Right-click on a hero's image or portrait at any time to bring up a detailed panel showing all of the hero's quirks, skills, and resistances. I shall do that. So we have quirks up here, skills along here, combat skills, camping skills. Camping skills, we'll get to those in a bit, because we're probably going to camp soon. Resistances are very important, weapon and armour, and space for trinkets, which are very valuable as well. Right. This is our dungeon layout, so basically looping round that way, with diversions down those ways as need be. A trap, and a darkened passageway in the ruins, and no stress relief skills yet. However... Yes... Ultralight... We're gonna let Dismas gain the benefits of this. Also, we have firewood. Firewood is used to make camp. Making camp is a suitable break. It de-stresses the heroes a bit, it lets them use some camping skills, and then they get back into the action. Sometimes you get ambushed when you're camping. It's bad news. You have to deal with it. If you're careful, though, you can avoid nighttime ambushes. Okay, we're safe so far. With the possible exceptions of that trap, there have been no foul mishaps. Okay, I'm still sticking around this way because it's 2 cures to the 1, and yeah, there's a trap. Right, traps also can be served as stress removal. Right, disarming traps. Scouted traps will be visible on the ground as you approach them. Select a hero and then click on the trap to attempt to disarm it. Some heroes are better than others at disarming. And additionally, they get to remove a bit of stress when we disarm it. Now, if you mouse over a little thing here, it'll tell you 60%, 90, 60, 70. Okay, well look. See, Highwayman, he's a thief. He's a criminal, right? He knows his way around traps. The Plague Doctor is a surgeon. Well, in this time it'd be chirurgeon. But anyway, as a surgeon, so they've got delicate hands, delicate fingers. They're used to tinkering with complicated things. So we'll have the Highwayman do it for now. And some stress is removed. Usually it's 8, but he didn't have that much. Aha! Confessional booth. Reynold will approach the confessional booth and enter into it with holy water and purify the place. This removes a significant amount of stress. He feels good about his life. Generally, when it comes to cures to interact with, think who would be the best to deal with it, and are any of the things we have here useful for it? It's a wooden box. Just open it. Alright. Oh, I thought we were going to... Oh, I was up here. Right. Okay. He's got the best chance for now. when dealing with traps, you can go for the stress removal, but it's probably better to go with someone who's got a really good chance of disarming it, because you want it to be kind of reliable. There we go. And let's open the sack. A little bit of money. They're hungry, so they want to eat some food.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
And let's strike a light. It's Dopey Kent. Anyone who gets that Hancock's half-hour reference is a great person in my books. I mean, that would be Stone the Crows, it's Dopey Kent. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure what he was referring to. I think it was one of the jokes that hasn't aged so well with time. Anyway, I'm going to try for a double stun here, right. So, Skeleton of the Club bashes people, right? He is the thing that goes bump in the night. Man, cultist, man with claw blades strapped and bolted onto his hands. He cuts people and makes them bleed. Bone Courtier, he uses his tempting goblet to hurl, really gone off wine at people and make them go, ugh, that's disgusting, you spilt your drink on me, sir. And then if he gets really close, knifes him with his knife. And the cultist acolyte, who stresses people out, as you can see there. Right, so when an enemy uses an attack skill against you, you get to see that attack skill in future when mousing over them. So we've come across a cultist acolyte before, we now know they can do a stressful incantation. We know nothing about the Bone Courtier. We know the cultist brawler has rend for the old gods. It's just sort of rending strikes, he just rips him over his great big claws. Just ripping through things. And then the Bone Rabble. Well, there's only one of them, you couldn't really call him a rabble, but anyway. Double stun! Yeah! Double stun is such a rewarding feeling when you pull it off. For now we're just doing this for damage because no allies are healed and you are correct. Oh wait, he's actually got a dodge value. Sure. Right. Bang! And the dirt is gone. My name is not Barry Scott, by the way, I promise you that. It's possible.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
In your face, cultist, then right back in mine. Oh, the horror. Right, let's... Okay, group heal. Kill it, bang!
Executed
Oh yes.
with impunity.
Executed with impunity. I'm actually gonna do a suboptimal thing and just try and start clearing bodies to get to one at the back there. Wait a second. 68, I can do it! I can do Bulwark of Faith! For the very first time ever, a new Bulwark of Faith shall be used!
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Nah. I'm gonna waste an attack just to ensure I get to use my skill. Let's see if it has a new special visual effect or anything because of the light. 88 though. Haha, and you missed! It's not really a finisher, it's more of a early on, we're getting twatted and need to heal up fast kind of skill.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, you in the armor. You're a knight, it's armor, it makes sense. And now he's tougher until we... Actually, these are both till camp. I think we might actually not bother camping on this run and try and do it all in one go. There's that overconfidence speaking again. Need to be careful about that. Oh, lovely. Let's have you go in there, because you need to alleviate a lot of stress. Well, it's not a lot of stress, but it's more than everyone else has got at the moment. Oh, I'm so glad that I did the 2 bone courtiers. Time for that double stun to really pay off. Right. Tracking shot. Anti-dodge.
Masterfully executed.
Masterfully executed indeed. And I'm going to try for a double stun. Double stun! And a stun on the sword, because it hurts a bit more than the club. No stun on the sword. Now, some players place a great value on stuns. I don't, because at higher levels they just get resisted too often. I can see the advantage of stuns, because there I just prevented something like 34 damage, stress damage to one hero, or just 17 to 2. Or, oh yes, I know it's a variable, but it's a lot of stress, right?
The
Yeah.
slow death. Unforeseen.
Dissolve into a
Unforgiving.
pool of acidic gunk, you scum! Okay, he's going down whatever I do next. You know what?
As the fiend falls, a
Yeah.
faint hope blossoms.
Oh yes.
A death by inches.
So here we have some crests, some gold, and a journal page. The journal page is going to be kept at the Ancestors Monument Memoirs in town, where we can go and look at these. As one of those back journal pages I mentioned. I could just ditch it now. I could take it. If I take it back to town, though, it'll get added to the collection, and I want to get the whole collection. So I'm going to do my best. Alright, empty room. Nice and safe. After that room would be a good place to camp, potentially, but we have 2 buffs that last till camp, so it's kind of worth trying to maintain those as long as possible. So camping will be done if the party really needs it. Okay, we have documents. The Vestal Virgin will be, theoretically well versed in written documents and be, of suitably fortified mind to be able to cope with the stresses of any horrific Call of the Cthulhu manuals that are lying around here, or librams or documents. We have the Plague Doctor, who likewise is an academic and therefore used to reading lots of documents. The Highwayman, not so much. The Crusader, while he may have the fortitude of mind, he might not understand or glean anything meaningful, so we'll go with the Vestal. Hey! That makes up for her not getting any quirks after the last quest. So now she has Fated and Backtracker, no stress penalty when walking backwards. Fated is a chance to turn any miss into a hit. Mercurial, yeah, she kind of gets upset and does the wrong thing a lot if she gets too stressed out. We have another trap here, which has been expertly disarmed by our nefarious individual, a scoundrel and knave. Here we have an Iron Maiden, an ancient torture device. It's likely to be kind of stinky and infected and smelly. There's lots of dried blood. Have the Plague Doctor investigate it, and you know what? She's going to use some medicinal herbs to clean it out and make sure it doesn't get infected and that she doesn't get anything nasty from it.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I wouldn't particularly call it wealth beyond measure, but it's the overall, not the individual haul there. Double armor! Double armor! Suit of armor! Right. I'm not going for a double stun this round, but I probably should. I'm going to get the acid straight in there. Then I'll try stun next turn. Then acid again. And that's because this stress causer needs to be taken down fast, and she might have resisted a stun. The damage from the crossbow is more manageable. Ooh. No bleeds for you, sir. Oh, okay, fine. Then you get to keep bleeding. Resist a stun. Bang! Wait. For... Aha! Group shot. And miss everything. Right, I did say I was going to stun. Or at least try to. Hey! Stun works at treat at low levels. At higher levels it's like 20% of the time if you're lucky. Unless you really spec for it. Right, you are hurting, and you are vulnerable because you are a high one and therefore doomed to die due to your own ineptitude and inability to defend yourself. I must lock in that evasive perk. So, healing criticals are a thing, as are indeed critical hits. When you pull off a critical, healing, or an attack, you tend to reduce your own stress level. Speaking of reducing stress a little... Hello, my enemy! Stay a while and die!
Another one falls.
Oh yes! Sean Connery should absolutely be the voice of a Crusader. Although not when I've got such a dry throat, because that sounded fucking terrible. Yeah, I was ignoring the lockjaw on the right hand side. When you're doing Sean Connery, you need to keep the right hand side of your mouth closed and only open the left hand side of your mouth, and then try an accent that's like 1 part Irish to 2 parts Scottish. Actually, I found out that his father was half Irish, so it's actually 1 part Irish to 3 parts Scottish. So I haven't been too wrong all these years. Right, that is 4 of 6. Yeah, you know what? Just do it. Blight him down!
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
That evil blighter.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Blood for blood.
Obliterated. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a
Snake oil.
dizzying fall.
Snake oil. You know what? It's a panacea. Wait, panacea? No, it's placebo. He's a homeman, he's a criminal, he's gullible enough. He's gonna take it. Come on. There we go. Takes a bit less stress now. And she's been taking quite heavy damage. She was on death's door in the last dungeon. Yes, so. See the armor, be the armor. Imagine being that tough. Blows glancing off your body. You can do it, lady. You can also read these documents, because the plague doctor's a bit stressed out at the moment. Ah. Okay, a little foreknowledge is a good thing. Okay, they're all empty. I don't need that as a fight bow, so I can avoid that. Okay. So, we shall eat.
A momentary abatement.
There's a fight here, a blockage, a fight, another fight, and then it's kind of safe. We can just walk to there, really. Might have to go down to here. We can ignore that fight there, so yeah. And light a torch. Okay, this is a fairly standard enemy arrangement for ruins at this dungeon level. You'll often find a shield-bearing skeleton in the front, one with a sword or club behind, and then the back two there'll be a bone courtier and an arbalist. Often the other way around, actually, but let's start with that marking shot. Acid. Gonna try and stun the Bone Defender because he has a nasty attack he can do. And it worked. That's a relief. 20, that's 4 damage. Group heal, 3 hurt, lightly hurt.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Bang! He is doing it. He is doing the job that he was set out to do. Let's just try and stun him. That worked a treat. Now, before any of you say, why didn't you use the lightning bolt? She doesn't have that skill yet. That's why she didn't use the lightning bolt. Let's get them both. Because then... Grape shot next turn might be very useful. It wasn't that useful. See, this is why I don't value those players who are obsessed with the AoE playstyle. I mean, it works a bit, don't get me wrong, but it's not the only way to do things.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
It's the last fight. I can afford to live dangerously. There we go, dead weight. So he just rushes forward, goes shpang with his shield, knocks them back, stuns them. Not good. But we have righteous might on our side. We are the flame, and you are just a skeleton with a shield.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Ah!
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
So we got the Founding Stone anyway. The Founding Stone, no artwork yet. Placeholder. I know. It'll get done eventually, I promise. Right. I'm going to just get rid of some low-grade supplies, because that ruby is going to be a lot more valuable than the anti-venom when we get back to town. Medicinal herbs can be totally exchanged for the debuff charm. Let's give Reynold the debuff charm, because it gives bonus resistance to debuff skills, to resist debuff skills that enemies use. We have some bursts. We do have a blockage here, so keeping that shovel, we can just about afford to ditch for bandages for that Founding Stone in case a Twilight Light shows up. These are sadly going to say bye-bye. Can't keep it. You know what? There. I am actually ditching the firewood. I am that confident in being able to make it through the rest of this dungeon without needing to camp. Probably shouldn't have said that now. But we'll see.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
The Founding Stone should be restricted to Twilight Knight use only. For some reason I haven't put a class restriction on it yet. That'll get fixed soon. There is danger in the halls. Oh. Gotta heal through the bleed. We don't have abilities to remove it yet, but we do have some bandages. Right. I'm tempted to have Reynold use Bulk of Faith now for the extra protection. Protection doesn't reduce bleeding damage. It doesn't reduce ongoing damage because, you know, you're already bleeding, right? It reduces damage when you get hit. But it marks him as a target and makes the enemies more likely to want to target him with their skills. I mean, it's a bit of a waste on the torchlight at the moment, but so let me just try for a stun on with this fella. You see how their helmets mirror the stress icon here? And it's intentional. It all ties in, and there we go, bleed again. I'm blighting one whose turn hasn't come round yet, to get the damage in now, sooner rather than later. Alright, now we'll do it.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Resisted again. We need to get him some better bleed resistance. Just saying.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Even his corpse bleeds. I shouldn't have mentioned bleeding.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
You can eat. You can use things from the treasure box. I was very tempted to stall the fight, like just stun him for a round, get some healing in. But the Highwayman kind of is lacking non-attack skills. You know, he has to be doing damage every round, a bit like the bounty hunter actually. So all I can do, get on up there and soldier my way through our last fight. Look, the bleeding has stopped. It's good. Right. All those bleeds. And the stress. Hey, they're not that badly stressed at the moment. So, healing him to offset the bleed. And you know what? That skeleton is asking for a sword to the face. Right to his bony bones. You know what? Let's finish him with acid. Any moment now. There we go. And because it was acid, that actually pulls the acolyte closer so she can get acid as well. And stabbed and shot and sliced in twain. Let's just go stabbed and sliced out right now. She's dead. She's out of it. Get out of it, you slag! Oh, lovely. From this forward position, the Bone Arbalist is actually less useful. He's kind of limited to bayonet jabs. Let's see. More than 4. Yeah, okay. There we go. That would normally also move him back in position, but there's nowhere back for him to go. No one for him to hide behind. And let's try and stun this chap so he doesn't cause any more bleeding to us. Hey, do we still have keys? There's a chest. We have 3 keys. Oh, too many keys. In veritas solitas, you shall be slain! Justice is its own reward! And then a flask of acid goes all over him. He's like, ow! Ah, I'm melting! Yeah, well, you're gonna get knifed by a chav if you're not careful. Chav stab!
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, 375. There's no more blockages. It's living dangerously there, but no, I'm going to open the chest, damn it. Oh! Oof. Right. There we go. Now it's time to leave.
Room by room, hall by hall, we reclaim what is ours.
I'm liking those crests. That's a lot of crests, but you need a lot of crests. You need more of them than anything else in town. And we got the Book of Rage. Oh, Book of Rage? I thought it was the Book of Constitution. Oh well. Okay. Actually, that could be quite useful for the new hero class, because he works well when he gets badly hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's see if anyone got any nice things. Right, I really need to stop using Reynolds and Dismas at this point, so I need some other kind of front rank hero to go up with the Hellion in front. Ooh, Dapnomania, obsessed with killing. Not ideal. Let's see if we can fix that. Hard-skinned I am so tempted. Seriously tempted. Gambler? Well, but he's not allowed to gamble! I thought they fixed this so you wouldn't get impossible combinations. Okay, that's first candidate for getting fixed then, I suppose.
Though long years may seek to separate them, action and consequence will invariably have their dreadful reunion.
This is new content. So the town crier has an announcement. Hear ye, oh yay, news for the town. A maddening whine. Intolerable. Clouds of mosquitoes and other less identifiable pests continue to descend upon the hamlet with maddening persistence. Illness and irritation abound. New courtyard quest available. Yeah, that's gonna hurt, isn't it? It's gonna be like level 3 or something horrible. It's kind of early. Oh well. The blacksmith and the guild are available. The blacksmith is where heroes gain better equipment, and the guild is where they improve their skills, hone their skills in fact. And let's see who's at the stagecoach today. Right, we have another Hellion. The Paladin is a custom hero class created by Scorpio Vaden. This is the old Nexus hard install. I have not enabled the new workshop install version on this run through. She's a little bit on the powerful side, but she's very popular. As you can see, this is the old version. I'm probably not planning on taking any custom heroes on this run apart from the Twilight Knight, as I said, because I want it to be about the Darkest Dungeon, new content from the Crimson Court, rather than showing off custom heroes. But hey, let me know in the comments section if you'd like to see custom heroes used or not, And then we have a Man-at-Arms. A brilliant class, possibly a little too powerful, with a very good selection of starting skills, and robust is disease resist. Yes, absolutely. We'll change him to skin free. Yeah, don't ask about some of the others. There's a few custom ones, some work in progress. Yeah. Because I like the purple sash on him. I do. He will be... Good old Teska Torrid. Yes, Teska Torrid will be taken out on adventure from time to time.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Now, that's good to go. Can't upgrade anything here because I don't have enough. In that case, can't upgrade the blacksmith either meaningfully. Let's have a look at the blacksmith anyway.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
That ear just sticks out so far. It's like the priest in the chapel. Hold on. Right, I can make upgrades cheaper, but I can't actually get any upgrades yet, so I'll hold off on that. I'll hold off on spending deeds for a little while.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
You know what? She would make an awesome hero class. Yep. Long axe, a little like a Hellion. But then it's kind of bending weirdly, so maybe it's not a long axe, maybe the axe is just on the wall, but it can't be because there's no axe handle here, so it's a bit weird. Round shield, crazy punk hairdo, scars on her face, you know, just going in there going, I'm old, I don't care, deal with it. This guy, he looks a bit more kind of normal, you know, swarthy skinned, sword, gauntlets. He's almost like a crusader in a way, actually. But with the knives on his chest and stuff, he's like, I got knives on my chest to throw at people. Deal with it. Yeah, they both kind of say deal with it. They're kind of hard, tough nutters. Okay, I can absolutely have level 2 skills, cheaper skill upgrade. Well, skill training can involve learning new skills. We got loads, yes.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
Right. Reynold, you shall gain a new skill, and it shall be Battle Heal. Remapping combat skills. Heroes can only have 4 active skills at a time. Toggle the skills on and off to change your loadout, and watch how it changes that hero's positional strength from the display above. So, just for argument's sake, hey look, I'm going to take away Bulwark of Faith, and add Battle Heal. And guess what? His positional usefulness hasn't changed because he's a crusader, he kind of wants to be in front. That targets allies. I'm going to leave that on there for now. I can swap and change mid-dungeon anyway. It'll be fine. Oh, now Kleptomaniac is locked in. This is going to be a nightmare. Dismas, you shall also gain a new skill. It will be the top of... I like to work down the list. On the heroes... Well, on the heroes who are going to get all the skills because they're good enough to keep. Which basically means if they're the only one of that class that I've got. So yes, he will gain Wicked Slice. Wicked Slice is going to be similar to Open Vein, but Open Vein bleeds, Wicked Slice does not bleed, it just goes for pure damage. And critical hit value. So it depends. If you're going to like the ruins where there's loads of bones and skeleton people who don't really have blood vessels, you know, and veins that work, Wicked Slice is great. If you go to like, say, the Warren where all the monsters there have low bleed resistance, you know, Open Vein might be a good skill to take. So it's, you know, kind of chop and change. Adapt to the situation. Velia, you shall gain Judgment. And in fact, I'm going to change that now. I like to keep the skills on the hotbar in the correct order, because to my mind it helps me keep it all organised, and so I know, you know, it helps, you know, recognising the skill icons and everything quickly. When you jumble them all up and have different arrangements for each hero, it can get a bit confusing sometimes. Fennel, you will also gain 1 new skill, and it will be Battlefield Medicine. One you have needed for a very long time. We now have a backup healer. That's all I'm going to spend on skills, because now I need to... Oh, the sanitarium is not available yet. The Abbey can be upgraded, however. We're going to upgrade the cloister one more time. Oh, no voiceover. And the transept once.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
The uppermost ones are the cheapest, which is why I upgrade them first to get the most value out of them, and then you put people in the top ones, and the ones who won't go in the top ones go down in the more expensive ones, but you don't rush for more expensive ones early, because you don't get much benefit mechanically out of it. Tavern, can we... Yes, we can.
With enough ale, maybe they can be inured against the horrors below. Strong drink, a game of chance, and companionship. the rush of life.
And I've just noticed for mosquitoes here, flying around the ancestors' memoirs. And there seems to be blood at the base of the tree here. Now let's take a look at the memoirs for a moment.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Because here we have 2 pages from the Journal of Darius, Highwayman. Journal of Darius, Highwayman, page 2 of 6. Day 4. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I had never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed, and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interests had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. We leave at first light on the morrow. And then, page 6 of 6. My end. I scrawl this, victim of cruel fortune, who took me up on my wager, for I have lost my lucky coin, and I now lie helplessly as my blood flows swiftly from my ruined body. My fingers are cold. It was no trap or raving cultist that sealed my fate. We were ambushed by strange, undulating shapes, 2 small entities that I cannot hope to describe, and a third, much larger beast. Poor Moira was crushed into a pulp as Ferion defended her. He soon lost his arm, and his wits left him. Shambler! Shambler! He kept shrieking as Raven yanked him to flee. I tried to play hero, to buy them a few moments, blew away one of the smaller monsters. Last shot, then smashed into the wall. The big one. Maybe they made it out. We do not want to run into this shambler thing, whatever it is. And I have a feeling that if we don't go and do this courtyard quest now, something really bad could happen. We can't put people in the sanitarium yet to get them fixed. Let's be tricky. Estella, you shall have the Iron Swan skill. And Teska Torrid, I really want you to have bolster, but, you know, ramparts up near the top. Alright. Breakthrough is good if she gets pushed to the back. Adrenaline rush is great. And bleed out is good for front rank, because she doesn't have if it bleeds yet. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Right. I'm gonna regret this, but here we go. Wait, activate 3 thronging hives? Oh, activate! Oh, okay, alright. Whew! So we'll send Estrella. We'll send Teska Torrid. We won't send Reynold. We won't send Dismas. We'll send Velia Brescian and Fennel, because they'll get to catch up a little bit on Reynold and Dismas's experience jobs. But you know what? That'll be next time, in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual things people do. And I'll have the next one up in a bit as well, you know? So, hooray! Right, cheerio everybody, bye-bye for now.